Hey guys, what is going on? Accord here. I'm going to be doing a little bit something different that a lot of you guys have been asking about since I've basically started the channel here. A lot of you guys wanted to actually see me wash the car. And so I'm going to make a video here today. I'm going to cut it up because these batteries will not last as long in the cameras. And I don't really want to pull out the GoPro. When I use the GoPro, the mic's not near as good as my little Sony camera I have right now on the tripod. And what we're going to be doing today is washing my Nissan 370z, one of the cars that everybody loves to see anyway. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So I'm going to be chopping it up. I'll be like, just doing one side a little bit at a time, and then doing the other side off camera, being, chopping it up because of the fact that I want to make sure the video lasts. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. It's starting to get a little cloudy, but it's perfect right now because it's not so blazing hot. Last week we were in 30-degree weather, and now we're in 80-degree weather. So that's the craziness of Central Florida for you. But a lot of you guys have been wanting to see me actually wash the car. Like I said, I'm no pro. I'm just going to show you how I do it and talk you through how I do it and why I do it a certain way. So if you guys want to watch, I appreciate it. And if not, you guys know how to wash it, it's no big deal to me. I don't really care. Everybody's an adult basically here, a guy, a girl, and you guys are just having a good old time washing anyway. So alright guys, here we go. We're prepped up and ready to go today. So I'm going to show you what I'll be using here. Of course, I've got the sweet little wheeling bucket, which I love. I have my clean water bucket here. What I use the mitt is I use my Grio's Garage mitt. I like the way it has the little microfiber fingers on it, but at the same time it's got the little rough side backing in case I need to get any bugs off and work a little bit harder. So it's good for me. What I'm going to be using today is my car wash is Eagle One's Nano Wash and As You Wax. This here right here is one of my favorite car washes there is out there because it has the wax in it and it's so rich and thick. Watch this, guys. Look at it slowly run down, okay? This stuff is so thick and rich, and I just love it. It suds for days, and you don't ever have any problems with it. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and start washing down the car real quick and give it a nice rinse down. Start out with, you might see me pop in and off the camera real quick. I don't know how well it's angled right now, and I don't know. I want to make sure you guys can see the best you can right now. So basically, what I want to do is I'm getting all the loose dirt off it. You guys know the basics. I mean, this is all basically stuff that you've done. You do it all the time, especially if you're washing cars. You want to get all the loose, heavy debris off it first. Like I had a couple bugs here on the window and they just fell off when I washed it, okay? I apologize if you can't hear sometimes. Sometimes the sound might be a little bit quiet as I get away. And if I have to switch to my GoPro, I do apologize. I'll make sure I have some type of tag in there that'll tell you that I'm switching to my GoPro. And because it actually is a little bit quieter. On a side note, I just got in my second Energy mic for my like a lapel mic that it clips onto my chest. I usually put on my seatbelt when I'm actually driving for the vlogs because I got tired of having to switch it between my motorcycle from my motorcycle vlog on my NicheRiding channel to my Accord channel. So I figured, you know what, I'll buy a second one. They were $67, but now that I'm starting to use them a lot more, it makes sense to me. So basically, like I said, all I'm doing right now is just getting off all the major dirt and debris off the car. Because I don't want to actually put that in there. Generally, that's all I'm really doing right here, just the basics. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is finish this side real quick off camera, and then go ahead and start prepping up the washing off. It's so funny, like you'll see people drive by while I'm making the cameras, vlogs, and stuff like that, the videos, and they just do this to you. I just had it right beforehand, and they're like, "What they doing?" I swear to God, I just had it yesterday as well when I was working on my motorcycle video. Guy come over, "What you doing?" I'm like, in the middle of the vlog, so I had to cancel it. I'm like, oh my God. So it's just really funny. It's like they've never seen a camera before. Oh my God. So. Alright guys, I think we're pretty prepped up. I want to make sure there's enough water in here. A lot of times, the suds tends to over suds a little bit, which is fine with me, but I just want to make sure the water's plenty enough water in it. And so, there we go. I love how the bugs love to fly towards this stuff, you know what I mean? I know you guys all have the same issue. I just want to get the water level higher. It was down to here, and I just want to push it up a little bit. That's all I was doing. Alright guys, so here we go. We're ready to go ahead and set it up here. Let me go ahead and get on the side of the camera here. Obviously, my clean water's here. My soapy water is right here. Go ahead and get it in there. Now remember, I have grit guards on both of these buckets, okay, on the very bottom. So I like to sit there and, you know, really rub it across the bottom of that grit guard. Look at how soapy it is. I love it. And just come on here. You can see it just dripping off. I'm just going to slowly work my way across. I'm not actually grinding into the paint or doing anything serious. You know, it's not like I'm just mashing it in the paint, you know, because obviously you don't want to be, if there's anything in here or anything in the dirt, you just want it to glide away. And that's what a lot of the times is, that's what these shampoos are made to do. Just glide the dirt away. You know, as you can get it away. You don't want to be, it doesn't need you to forcefully get it in there and get it out. So I like to basically just always start at the top, because you don't want to be coming down here where it's really dirty, pulling it back up and then going, you know what I mean? This is just a lot of things that some people just don't know, and they do it every single day. And you're like, oh my God, so you're pulling all that dirt up there and then grinding it right back in. So basically, I mean, it's pretty simple to wash the car. Always start from the top, work your way onto the ground. It's easy as that. So what I do is I always just come along through here and just really get in there good and just work my way across. It's pretty basic for me. There's so much suds on this car. So now you understand why I like Eagle 1. You know, washes you wax. Just get in there and get all that stuff out of there. I always like to wash my windshield wipers as well. I like to come across through here and pull all the dirt off it, because I want to have the best, be able to, for it to push the water away the best it can. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my clean bucket here. I hope you can see this in the camera. Just going to soak in there. I'm grinding it across the top of the grit guard, so that way anything that's in there, any particulates or particles, are going to hit it and then drop down and get trapped underneath the grit guard at the bottom, so that I'm not picking up any more dirt and grinding it right back into the paint. So pretty much basic stuff if you guys watch a lot of these kind of videos. So there you go. And I'm just going to come back in and now start working on the back hatch before I go ahead and wash it down. It's a little bit breezy here today in Central Florida, so I got to kind of hurry up and wash it off before it starts drying. That is always a pain when you're washing your cars. But yeah, this is pretty basic, you know. I just go ahead and wash the whole top off, and then come back here and just water it down, just spray it down. I know I'm off camera right now because of the way the camera's angled, but you guys get the idea of what I'm doing. This is pretty easy stuff, pretty no-brainer stuff. And then what I do is I'll work on the sides later. So now I'm going to, of course, go ahead and, you know, clean it up again, make sure there's no dirt particulates on there. Rinse it out. Put it over here in the clean, soapy water, and I'm just going to go ahead and rinse it down. So give me a second here. Pull the hose around. And we'll go ahead and start washing it off. It always seems like when it's a windy day like it is today, it's a straight battle for me to, you know, fight the soap from drying. So I always, I do one panel at a time, one section at a time, and that's it. I don't keep going. I always sit there and wash it right away, whether it's windy or not, because I do not want that soap or anything drying on the car. You know, I don't want any sunspots, this, that, and the other. That's why it's a perfect time right now to wash it, because I don't have to worry about that. So now all I'm going to do is switch over and do the exact same way on the other side of the car, and then we'll be back here. So we'll start working on the hood, and I'm going to start working my way down. So let you know where we're leaving you off at. Alright guys, we've got the other side of the car done right now. That side, we've got the windows done in the front back deck. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working my way through the hood here. Like I said, we're working our way from the top to the bottom. And this is the way I generally like to do it. No matter what car I'm in, I like to go, obviously, the best way to do it is from the top to the bottom, because you don't want to pull up any of that particulates. So I'm just kind of slowly, like I said, it's not really hard. I hope I'm not blocking the camera any. I know you guys want to see my ass sticking down there in front of you. But I'm just slowly getting this way. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to get out of the camera's way. Otherwise, I'd be over leaning straight across the car like I would normally do. But I'm just slow, like I said. No, don't grind it in there. Just easily go back and forth, and you can just see the suds just are just out of this world with the Eagle 1 wash and wax. That's why I like it. I don't want to see, when I'm washing cars, I don't want to just be pushing around with water. If I don't see suds, to me, I just don't feel like it's cleaning. And it probably honestly is, but do you really want to just push around water and hope you're cleaning, or do you actually really want to be cleaning it? That's my mindset right there, okay? So basically this is all I'm going to be doing right here. Obviously now we're done with that section. We're going to go right back in here, the clean water bucket. I need to move the bucket a little bit, obviously, for a different spot. Now that I'm working my way across the front, I'll put it over here for you guys. Let me finish the other side of the hood real quick. And then from here, what I like to do is I like to work my way down. Obviously, I did both the windshield wipers already. I've already cleaned the blades itself. Like I said, I like to keep the dirt out of the blades. I don't want to be dragging that stuff across my windshield. You know, that kind of stuff will cause scratches too, just like anything else will. Basically, yeah, this is the gist of how I like to wash my cars. From here, though, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and work on, I'm going to go ahead and hit the bumper up, and then I'm going to hit the sides. And then I'll do the very back, the very last, as I'm working my way around. Let me take that back. I come around from the side, hit at the back, and then I hit the near side as you are, usually because the sun's hitting that direction. It's the west is that way, so the sun's hitting it, and it's going to dry out faster. So I usually try and stay on the side that normally does not dry as fast, okay? And that's where I'm working at right now. So let me go ahead and finish cleaning this headlight right here. I'm going to move on to the actual bumper, and then back from there. As you can see, every time I finish a section, I'm always back into clean water with a grit guard. And then we're going to go ahead and rinse it off right now. I don't know if you can hear, I hope it's not windy in the camera, it's just a light breeze today. But like I said, I do not want it to dry on me. One of the ways that I try and keep it from drying on me is, let's say after I'm done, even though I'm down here now, and these sections are done, I just water it right back down again. That way it never has a chance to dry on me and ever have like sunspots or any issues like that. That's one of my little things. I mean, there might be a bunch of pros out there online that are going to tell you a lot of the other ways how they like to do it, and obviously try and keep it out of the sun, but come on, I live in Florida. What do you want me to do? I don't live in the Arctic. We're going to have sun most of the year. A very few days we don't have sun, it's raining. So, and I'm not going to wash in the rain because that's kind of pointless too. So there you go. I'm soaking down the whole front bumper. Try and get any glass jumped off there. And there we go. Now we're going to work on the bumper and work my way back from there. So I'll start here, go all the way around. That's my game plan right there. And obviously even with the sides, like when I get down to the sides, I'm going to be working my way from the top down. Oh yeah, just, you know, I love when I get to wash this car. I don't really drive it that much, so getting to wash it and make it look all pretty again, God, I love that. You know, I remember when I went to, I've been wanting one of these 370z since they came out back in 2009. Even though this is a 2009, I bought it used. And at the time I was dating my wife, and I knew we were going to eventually get married. And I had about 6 or 7 grand saved up in the bank for a down payment on one of these bad boys. And we had a talk, and she's like, look, I want a ring sooner than later. You know, I'm almost done with med school here, and I'd like to tell her with her residency. And she said, I want to settle down. You know, I'm almost 30 years old, and I want to settle down. My wife's 34 now. So what I did is she said, please just get me the ring, and it's either the car or the ring. Now I know a lot of guys would be like, you know, oh hell no, you know, it's gonna be the car, this, that, and the other. Well, in my situation here, I knew she was cool with me about everything, and she didn't care about the car. She knew I have already cars, and I play games, this, that, and the other. And so I was more worried about just making sure to keep her happy. So I went ahead and, of course, like a lot of guys do, is they go ahead and get their, give them the ring. And then it never happens. Well, guess what? Not 2 years later, we were married, and we weren't even 6 months into getting married, and we just moved down here into Kissimmee, Florida. And I saw it online on eBay. It was at a Dodge dealership, and I went to show her, like, we went New Year's Day in 2013, and I went and showed her, and she was like, oh, cool, okay, you gonna get it? And that was literally it. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna pull money out of, whatchamacallit, my down payment, are you okay with that? And she's like, I don't care, whatever. So, I mean, lesson goes is, find the right girl and marry her. Don't find just the girl, you know, it's all, the world has to revolve around her. So I got her, I got the girl, and I got the car. Sure, I got the car a year or two later, but I still got it. And yet I'm married to a great woman who's cool as hell. So there you go. that's a little life lesson for you, you know. And that, with the women, you know, it can be the same way. Whatever you decide to do, if you watch, I know I'm starting to pull up more and more females to my audience, to my channel, and that's a little tip for you guys too. If a guy's telling you something straight up and you know it's kind of insane, don't do it. Don't marry the guy. Just run far away. You know what I mean? I knew she, though, was cool with the car thing, and she just like, well, you can get the car later. Just let me have the ring now. Let's basically lock it in. That's all she wanted. But she told me ahead of time, we can get the car later, no problem. Sure enough, she followed through with her promise. Didn't care one bit. Here, I've had the car 2 years now. And so, find the right one, you have no problems. But don't find one that says use either my way or the highway. Take the highway. Get the hell out of there and run. I've seen too many guys go down the wrong path, and their lives went. So, little life lesson for you. Let me go ahead and start working on the other side of the car. Give me a second. Alright guys, here I am. I'm back on this side of the car again. I apologize if you didn't see the other side, but it's going to be the same thing as this. I'm trying to save the battery. The battery is not staying alive. So what I was doing that side of the car, I actually had it plugged in on the charger inside the garage. So here we go. We're working on the back side now. All we're going to do now is the same thing as we do everywhere else. We're going to put the top down, so I'm going to be coming back through here again. As you can see, and just work my way back. Now I've already done the whole back end of the car, so I know that's all cleaned. Apologize about the plane. You know where I live, here in Kissimmee. So right by the Orlando International Airport. So once in a while you'll hear the planes flying over. See, I like to get in the door jams, stuff like that. I don't want to open the door. Sometimes I accidentally open it once in a while. I'm like, oops. But I just kind of work my way all the way back like this and come all the way down. One of the tips you can do is actually you can finish off all the tops here. Let's take top here, but the other half down where all your dirt is. Wait till the very end, whether you use a separate mitt or whatever. It's really not, these are just different ways you can do it. Attack the situation so that way you don't have to, you know, worry about, oh my God, am I gonna pick up this dirt from down here up there? So you can just do the top section, then do the other half. You can do it with a separate mitt, however you want to attack the problem. So basically that's all I'm gonna do here. Of course, I'm back here again with a clean water bucket. I mean, look at this. I've been working on this car 20 something minutes now because I'm having to play around with the camera at the same time to show you guys properly how I like to wash it. And there's still plenty of suds. I don't have any issues with this stuff at all, you know. Just remember, like always, I'm starting from the top, working my way down. That's about it. You can see how dark the limo tint window is on this car. It's 5% limo tint. If you guys actually want to see the before and after, one of my videos from last year, about this time last year, I had it tinted, and go check it out if you guys really want to. And you can see how it looked before and after. Because a lot of people, when they watch my videos, are like, damn, how do you see? I actually had one guy say, old people shouldn't have tinted windows. I was like, oh my God, the discrimination is gonna go crazy as soon as I saw that. You know, because that's ridiculous, unheard of, you know, because, well, I can an old person have tint on their window and a young person can, you know, that kind of thing. So, ready for the lawsuit that would come there if that rule was in play, you know what I mean? So as you can see, I'm just kind of slowly working my way around, using my fingers, you know, to get between these little grooves right here as I work my way down the side of the car. Remember, I'm only going to go about halfway down, and then I have a second actual thing here. Here we go again. Look at him, what is he doing out there? Same damn thing every day, dude. Every flipping day. So you can see I'm going to go halfway down with my nice mitt, and then I have another mitt I'm actually going to be doing the bottom half on. So stand by while I go ahead and get this done. And there we go, clean bucket again. I'll rinse down, grab my my other mitt that's usually for the use from the sides of the cars and stuff like that, and we'll continue this video on in a second here, so stand by. Alright guys, here we go. We're back here. I'm going to go ahead and water down the car again. I had to take a little bit of a short break there because I got tired of the camera actually dying on me like crazy, or wanting to die on me. So I went ahead and brought out an extension cord from one of my millions of extension cords to just go ahead and plug the camera in full time while it's out here. So that way I don't have to worry about it dying on me. I should have thought about that earlier, but sometimes you just don't think, you know what I mean? So I've got my other, whatchamacallit here. This is one of those little cheap Walmart microfiber things. They do a decent job. And remember, I'm going to be working on the bottom half now. Look at this. How long have I been messing with the car and the suds are still there? Remember how I told you that I like the suds and I like them to keep going? Now I like to flip it over a lot of times like that so that I'm not grinding any of the same dirt back into it. especially because down here is going to be your heaviest areas full of dirt, and I don't want to be causing swirl marks, you know what I mean? I don't want to be having to worry about taking all that out later. So yeah. By the way, how do you like the fact that how do you like this video, by the way? Is it going all right for you guys? Do you like this stuff? I mean, here I am in shorts and bare feet, and you guys are in like 3 feet of snow. It's the craziest thing, isn't it? But we went from 30-something degree weather at night to 80-degree weather during the day within about 5 days, so go figure. So basically, here you go, like I said, I'm just gonna go from that other half down. You don't have to do this. This is just being a little bit over anal right here. That way you don't have to worry about bringing up any of the contaminants here. Because you know down here, of course, is your heaviest dirt debris, because your tire's gonna be full of dirt. So there you go. I'm not gonna get all the way down in there. I like to put my fingers down and get the creases like that, you know what I mean? So, you know, just showing you my little tips of why I like to keep things really clean. And then you guys have your own tips and your own ideas how you like to do things, and that's cool. I'm just giving you a basic rundown of the way I like to do it. So that's basically pretty much it of how I do my car here. I'm gonna work on my wheels next, and so I'll set my stuff for the wheels. But basically, that's generally about it. Look at this such. It's ridiculous. Tell me you don't love that. I know I do. Basically now I'm just gonna go ahead and wash the whole thing off. Make sure it's still plenty wet. Way back in there, mobile other area. There we go. So all you gotta do now, like I said, is the wheels. A lot of the professionals will teach you to do the wheels first and work your way up. I don't know, I always like to do it in the reverse. I like to do the wheels last as I'm working my way down the car, so just so you know. Make sure it's plenty wet for me. Alright guys, here you go. One of the quick tips I always like to make sure I show everybody here is whenever you're done washing, make sure you wash your mitts out. You don't want any of that junk in there, you don't want the old soap or anything in there. So I like to run it back and forth. And make sure I don't have anything in there. You know what I mean? Get in there really good, knock out any of the old dirt, and that's about it before I put everything away, you know? Get the old soap out of there and junk like that. Any dirt that might have got caught in there left that the grit guard didn't take out. And that's generally about it for one of the tips that I like to clean up when I'm doing a cleanup. Because I want to go ahead and put this stuff away now and prep for drying the car, and then obviously, then finally I like to do the wheels at the very end, so. But I want to go ahead and start putting my stuff away, keeping my area cleaned up. Not like my wife would know about keeping things clean, but that's another topic. Alright guys, give me a second. Alright guys, it's time to drive the car. This is what I use. It's the Grillers Garage towel. Look how big it is against me, okay? And look at the cool little cup sign. You will actually be able to use your hands like this, like so, and then all you gotta do is drag it across the top. And I'll show you how. So you just go like this. It's great. You've got to get one of these. Turtle Wax Eagle One, listen up. You need to develop one of these because I had to go to Advanced Auto Parts in order to find it. Look at, and you'll see how fast you'll be able to clean the entire car, okay? Of course, I like to put it back through again, you know, make sure it's not missing anything. And I got to work my way around the mirror, but check this out. Would you look at that? Half of the car in one sweep. Half. Now, of course, there's a little bit of residue left here and there, but that's easy to touch up. Half. If that doesn't tell you to make one of these Turtle Wax and Eagle One, I don't know what does. Get on it. And I know these are a little bit more expensive. I think these are about $25 here, but it's worth every single penny. And you can see how much. These are waffle weave towels. If you're looking for some type of drying material for your car, and a lot of people ask me, what do you use to dry your car, Chad? This is what I use, and then for the smaller areas, I use the absorber. And I know you guys can get that in Walmart. I think it's like $8 or $9. But this is absolutely a lifesaver. Check this out. So here, I'm gonna come back to here. I want to make sure that I'm touching areas, because of course, if it's not touching it, it's not going to work. Drag it straight across. All the way down. Let me pick up the camera and show that to you. I apologize, it is a little wet still. You can just see how much water it's soaking up right there. Check that out. Let me put this on the mirror so you guys got a good idea real quick. Bear with me. Woo! Come on over. You can see I have attached to this extension cord. Look at this. Look at it. You guys are always asking me, what? Look at it. 2 swipes, I cleaned half the car, dried half the car. 2. Go pick yourself up one of these. Once again, I will say Eagle One, Turtle Wax, you guys are always in constant contact with me, asking me about stuff. Both of you guys, if you see this, no, sorry about that. You can see what I have it stand on. Make yourself one of these. So basically, that's all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to walk across, dry the rest of it off, keep catching the areas like, you know, obviously through here that I missed. Back up under here. I always like to dry through here clearly. Because the people that forget about these, you know, your windshield wipers, as soon as you start driving, well, guess what? The wind's going to flick that rain up, water up right back on your window, and you're going to be like, and so, you know, obviously, do it right. And here you go, with the 2 cup holder things, you can just so quickly dry a car. I mean, I fly through this car. Just come through here, through there, try not to let it get on the ground. That's why a lot of times I'll use the absorber, like I said, for the smaller areas. Because I don't want it to touch the ground, because obviously then we're getting rocks and gravel and debris. We don't want that. So I try and, like, obviously make it small as I can for you right now. But normally what I do is I grab the absorber out and dry it from there. Alright guys, welcome back. The car's all been dried off right now. I'm ready to start my wheels. Like I said, a lot of pros like to start with the wheels first and then work the rest of it. I'm not a pro, obviously, I'm just a regular generic guy. But so I do a little bit backwards than some people do. But this is the way I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let me show you the things I'll be using. Obviously, I've got my clean water and bucket over here. It might be off camera because I tried to zoom in, but here, let me give you, see, I have a tire thing right here, just so I can clean the tires and stuff. I think these are like $3 or $4 at Advanced Auto. Just something that gives you a little bit of grip, but just to go ahead and clean the tires and stuff with, and just get the basics out. You don't want to be using the same stuff that you use on your paint, so you'll cause a lot of swirl marks because, well, you know, that tire's gonna have a lot of dirt. I have one of these, another, like I showed you earlier, I have tons and tons of these ones, because every 6 months to a year it's recommended that you need to go ahead and use another one, because you don't want any old junk to get in there and get into swirl your paint. So every 6 months to a year, just go buy another one of these. Even the Grio's one was like $10, so you're not like you're blowing a lot. And that's what I'm using to get in the spokes. What I'll be using to get behind the barrels of the wheel and stuff, if you see my review on this is a Daytona Speedmaster brush, okay? Let me show you how it works. Look at that. And you can curve it however you want. Let's see what I mean? It's perfect. So you can curve it exactly the way you want to, and that's how I get behind on the barrels of my wheels, okay? So I'll go ahead and straighten it back out. So that's basically what we're gonna be dealing with today. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and I've got the Dub wheel cleaner right here. This is what I have right now on me. You guys have seen this. This is, I like it. A lot of you guys don't like the smell. I mean, the smell to me can go either way. I don't really care. It's just really nice that there is smell when you want it to. So I like to get really in there good. You know, I spent over $700 for each one of these wheels. Okay, so it's not like we're dealing with cheap junk and I don't really care. Okay, so I like to make sure that they're well taken care of. Okay. And as you guys know with the Dub wheel cleaner, it's just going to turn colors. You won't really show up here on the black, but a lot of the stuff you'll see on the calipers, it is turning red. I don't know if you can see that in there on the calipers and the rotors itself. It's actually turning red. It's in there, so it is working right now. You got to give it about 45 seconds or whatever before you start agitating it, and it'll get you know, loosen up the dirt. Basically, is what I'm about to say. My English is not that good today. I actually used it yesterday on my, I did a motorcycle, how to wash the motorcycle, and I used it on the wheels of the motorcycle. My God, it was just globs of dirt coming off in between there, you know, by the rotors and the caliper. It was phenomenal how good this stuff is. So that's a little thing for you. I love the Eagle One as well. Eagle One makes some amazing stuff, but I don't have any more Eagle One wheel cleaner left. And let me tell you, that is pretty strong. It cuts through some heavy, heavy dirt. So there you go. I recommend both that and the Eagle One. The McGuire's one's pretty good too. So there you go. Okay, we've let it go ahead and sit for a little while here. I personally like to go ahead and work my way on the tire here first and work my way around. So I'm going to get some of the clean soap. Still using Eagle One. I refilled up the bucket to make sure that I had some proper stuff. But just see, I like to get in there and just scrub the tire down really good. You know what I mean? Really like to get any of the old dirt and debris off it, any of the old tire gel, whatever I use, I want it gone. Speaking of which, I don't have any more Dub wheel shine either. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and clean this out inside here, you know, grind it in the water bucket. Now I'm gonna grab my Daytona speed brush like this, start from the top, and I'm just gonna work my way all the way around, okay? I need to pull it back a little bit more. You see how easy this is? It has a little rubber top on it, so it's not gonna scratch your wheels. These brushes, oh yeah, oh, super soft. I know my English is really dying as the day goes on. So basically this is how I clean all my wheels, right here. And that's how I clean the inside of my barrels of the wheels. I mean, you're gonna spend a lot of money on your wheels, or even if you have, even with my Hondas, I still clean them like this every single time. I use the Daytona speed brush and I get in there and clean it. See how easy this is? It gets all the way to the back and it sits in there. And you can turn it like this if you want to and actually get behind. See what I mean? That's great right there. Now I use my mitt for getting in the spokes on my car, but that's just one of the things you can do. But basically you want to work your way from the top down to the bottom, just like you do on the car, because any of that dirt, you want it to be actually floating down and going downwards. You don't want to be bringing it back up. Now see, I can get in between these little tight areas of the spokes right here where it's really tight. See how my finger's barely in there? It can get in there with ease. That's why I love this thing. Another thing that you and Eagle One and Turtle Wax need to develop, make one of these. I had a special order of one of these things. I had to special buy it from Auto Geek, because no stores carry this stuff. I highly recommend it, okay? I think Eagle One now actually makes one, but they've never sent me one yet. So Scott, if you're watching this video later on down the road, send me one of these bad boys so I can test it out. See what I mean? It gets right in there perfectly. And then of course I'm going to put it in the clean water here, or get that done. I'm going to show you though how dirty the water is at the end, how bad these wheels are. Because God, if you guys don't tell me all the time that, oh, your cars are so clean, man. My cars are filthy. See, I like with the mitt, I can sit there and grab it like this and hold on to the wheel and get behind it. And that's what I like. I do have brushes that get in here, like a little horsehair brush, or not horsehair. I forgot what it is. It's super soft that gets in between these little cracks, but I couldn't find it. I don't know why. I must have misplaced it. But basically, I'm just going through and I want to clean the spokes really, really good here. Get in the outs inside here and work up there really good. You know what I mean? Where the lug nuts are and everything. As I work my way around from the top to the bottom, I do the same thing on both sides. I'm gripping both sides. That way I can get both spokes cleaned up really nicely. You know, I try and get in there the best I can with the lug nuts. I do have brushes for lug nuts, but they're not that great. Wow. I'm watching somebody come down the road and they're just literally oh, they're such bad drivers. It's so much fun to watch the drivers in Central Florida. It's like one where they were trolling behind him. So he goes to make the pass, right? And as soon as he goes to make the pass, the dude speeds up and does this to him the whole time. It's just, it's like you have no idea there's people sitting behind you. Look in your rear mirror once in a while. The drivers here are just god awful. Just awful. And there you go. That's generally how I get all my wheels done. I can use other stuff to get behind them and put obviously with the dirty stuff. But I might try and do this. I'll do this the best I can to get in there with the calipers and the rotors. I'll come back here like this a little bit and just really try and get the rest of the hubs that I can't get otherwise with the brush. You see how this is working? I'm trying to show you the best video I can, so you can really see. Generally, there you go, right there. But that's basically how I usually clean my wheels right here. I like to have, like I said, I like to have calipers done. And you can use that Daytona speed brush to actually get in there and do it. And there you go. That's pretty easy right there, isn't it? Granted, it's a little time consuming, but you know, I spend over $700 for one of these wheels, so and then I have it lowered on springs right now. You can see there's not much of a wheel gap here. So it's lowered on springs, some Swiss springs. God, just watching the dirt fall off. And then of course what I'll do is at the very end I'll wrap it up with, I'll get some older cheap microfiber towels, some Walmart towels, and I'll go ahead and dry off the wheels, spokes individually. Then I get in the barrel with my hands and just go like this and just dry the whole barrel. And that's about it. That's how you clean the wheels. Let me finish up the wheels and then I'll give you a final view. Alright guys, there we go. The whole car is cleaned up. You got to see it from top to bottom. It's starting to get a little dark here and windy. The trees are starting to throw their little junk across. The planes are really starting to fly in now. It must have changed direction which way they're landing today. So you're about to have another plane fly over. But everything looks spiffy clean. It is ready for a good clay bar, or I'm going to use the clay mitt tomorrow. It's for the first time ever, Eagle One. And then we're going to be doing the wax over there for Eagle One washing wax. But I wanted to go ahead and show you how I actually wash my car. I hope you guys like it. I know a lot of you guys always ask me about this kind of stuff. I apologize about the plane, like I said, and tripod that I can do this kind of stuff with. I don't really like to be on camera that much. I don't really care about it. I don't want to be like some Hollywood movie star. It's just not me. But I hope you really guys like that all. I mean, I know there's going to be some people out there probably going to nitpick it to death, like, oh my God, you didn't do this right. There's always that person. God, I can't, it's just typical internet, okay? That are going to just, well, you should have done it this way or this way. That is the way the internet world works. But I hope you guys liked it out. The car is spotless and clean, so it is ready for prep for waxing and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that thumbs up button. I know the video is really long, but this is what you guys asked for, so you finally got it. So I hope you guys like it. Hit the like button and be sure to be subscribed. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask me about any of the products or whatever, and we'll go from there. Any trolls or anything like that that are just coming by to hate, I ain't got no problem banning you, so no problem. Alright guys, I'll see you later, and thank you very much for watching. We'll do a quick end cap of what it looks like. Give me a second. Alright guys, one more last quick look. I know it's getting darker here, but I wanted to show you what everything looks like right now. It is beautimous right now. The stupid palm trees, like I said, are just now starting to sprout their stuff, and they're dropping little things across it, you know, as it's going on right now. But look at it. It looks great right now. I love it. This is why I enjoy the car. It looks good no matter what. The car is technically going on 6 years now. I mean, the Z, I knew the new Z will be coming out here probably around 16 or 17. We should hopefully see the new concept here by the end of the year. So I don't know if I'll upgrade or I'll keep it, but God, I love this classic design. The 350 was good, but the 370 is just badass. So I hope you like it. Everything is done. Looks great all around. It's ready for a good, like I said, a good waxing. And I hope you like the fact that I took time to do all this for you, because a lot of you guys, that's what you ask for all the time. So, alrighty then. They always love, that guy right there always loves to just stare at the car while I go by. He'll like slow roll with the window down, like staring like, oh my God, it's funny. There you go. Alright guys, I hope you like it. Feel free to question anything you need, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Thanks for watching. Alright, one little quick tad bit before we leave. This is remember this was a clean water bucket that you always dump your stuff into. I want you to see how dark and dirty it is, okay? Now I see a lot of green tint to it. That's because of obviously the dub wheel polish. Let me go ahead and pour it out, and that way you can actually see how dirty the car was. That you guys are always like, it's so clean. Look at this. Look at the darkness. Look at that. Man. And you guys are always like, your car is so clean. It's really not. You can't tell. It's just not filthy clean. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later. That's why you get the grit guard.